What's up, people? We are back again with more always sometimes monsters. We're actually getting pretty close to San Fernando. All we need is the little hot rod convertible at the other side of the road, so we're gonna have to go over this overpass because it was at the compound, right? Or the impound, or whatever it's called. Nevertheless, it should be on this side, I think. Mechanic stands, exactly, that's where it's supposed to be. Come on, Stan, you know I'll get you the money eventually. That's not the point, preacher. The car's not leaving the shop until I'm paid back in full. Maybe next time you don't bet more than you can afford to lose, huh? Right, I know, I learned my lesson. And you'll be right there just waiting for me when I slip up again too. Do you ever get tired of profiting off others' failings? Possibly. I haven't had too much of a break to ponder it though. Hey, I'll cut you a deal since we're all old friends and all. You want this car out of here so badly? How about we take one final bet for all the marbles? I just finished constructing on the track out back. I've been meaning to give it a good test run. One lap, fastest across the finish line, walks away with the victor. You win, that's cleared, and you get the keys back. Come on, Stan, I'm not falling for it again. I made a promise to God. Heh, well, wouldn't we want to upset the big spooky almighty now, would we? I'll do it. Sounds like Mark's having a bit of trouble. Let's help him out. Who's your little friend, preacher? Seems a little old to be a choir boy, don't he? This is Chris. He's the reason I need the car back. Well, why didn't you say so? Heck, if you're not willing to bet on your ride, I might as well extend the offer to Chris here. So, what do you say? Ever wanted to own a hot rod before? I've still technically got the rights to do whatever I like with the preacher's car. Which one is that exactly? Well, it's obviously the shittier of the two. Nothing beats my car. Go on, let's see how well you can guess. Well, I don't know which car is his. The blue one? Is it the blue one? Wrong! Haha! As if the preacher could afford something as exquisite as the Indigo Demon. Nope. His is the far shittier Crimson Savior. Good luck surviving a sharp turn with that thing. Don't sweat it. It's still one hell of a vehicle. Normally I wouldn't risk losing such leverage, but I like the way you look. You like my long hair? If you're willing to gamble, then I'm game. What are the terms? One lap around the newly completed racetrack. Fastest time wins. Provided you don't wipe out and wreck yourself, that is. You win, you get the keys to the preacher's car. I win. Now what do I want? If I win, you gotta work for free out back in the scrapyard for the next 3 months. Heh, and don't think you can run away from it either. 3 months? Mechanic Stan always collects on debts owed. 3 months? That's insane. How am I supposed to make a living or to live making no money? Oh, don't worry about that. I'll throw you a loaf of bread or two every week. Wouldn't want you starving. Besides, I'm sure the good preacher will help look after you, right? It's not like he's going anywhere soon either. Now don't you worry, I play fair on all my bets. You can ask the preacher man, he'll tell you. I'm no cheat. I always give you as much time as you want to make sure the car's in good working order before we drive. Heck, I'll even let you work in my shop if you need to. Only rule I won't break on though is that once you say you're ready to go, there's no turning back. Gotta have some principles, you know what I mean? Mark, what do you think? It's dangerous. Not only is Stan a crafty bastard, but he's one hell of a driver. As that may be, it's our only way out of town. There's no bus service to San Fernando, and I don't know where we could get another car. Then we don't have a choice, do we? We always have a choice, baby boy. Unfortunately, the alternative is giving up on San Fernando. I'll help you no matter what you decide to do, but this is a decision you have to make on your own. So what is it going to be? Do I risk it all or give up? I'm gonna risk it all. I'm going all in. If I'm not willing to risk it all myself, then what have I been doing this whole time? Alright Stan, you got yourself a deal. I'll play your little game. Well then, let's shake on it and call it a day. I'm getting a little hungry and could use some lunch. Heh, this is gonna be a lot of fun. I'll see you two later. Don't try anything funny while I'm gone. Remember, God's watching. Ha 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 ha. You know, I'm not afraid of us losing. Why's that? I see it so clearly now. This is just a test of our faith. We're gonna be just fine, baby boy. We've got God on our side. Well, ain't that a relief? Well, let's go take a look at this old beast and see how she's doing. It's been a while since I've checked under the hood of old Crimson Savior. Whoa, this thing looks like it's built for speed. So this one? Whoa, the wheels on this thing look like it can handle anything. Alright, what do we do? So how's it looking? You think we actually got a chance to win? Well, it ought to run just fine, but Stan's track is a bit of a doozy. I reckon it's got a top speed high enough to clear the jump, but she doesn't do corners so well. You should find some time to take a look at the course when you get a chance. Odds are we can probably do a few upgrades on the cheap, but we gotta know what we need. I think that's enough excitement for today though. What do you say to grabbing some lunch at the Bacon Barn? There's someone I want you to meet, so how about I see you there in a couple of minutes? Sounds good to me. What kind of upgrades though? Well, it sure beats walking to San Fernando, I guess. Man, they sure don't make speed demons like this anymore. I mean, we could use his tools, right? But I'd rather check out the... Where is it? The course. Right, so, god damn it. It's a lot of turns. Speed isn't gonna help you here. If it was just a long, straight path, easy peasy, but this one has a lot of turns. We definitely need to make the improvements, I feel. Speed isn't going to win us this. We need the ability to make good turns at least. So yeah, I guess we'll meet that Markensaw at the Bacon Barn. Hopefully he's gonna pay, because I'm actually pretty broke. The Bacon Barn should be down here actually. I believe it was on the right side. There it is. Alright, who does he want me to meet? Can I get that second burger with no pickles? Second burger, huh? Did you order for me already? Wouldn't dream of it. This one's for Carla. The little thing can't stand pickles. Who the heck is Carla? Oh, I didn't mention, did I? She's my girlfriend, the love of my life. Why don't you order yourself something and come sit down? She'll be here any minute. Damn it, he's not paying for me. Alright, welcome to Salt City Bacon Barn. What would you like to order? God damn it. We'll go with the bacon bomb. You're gonna stand around all day or are we gonna eat? I thought it wasn't mine. Alright, well, I'll take this seat. Now that's a good looking burger. Healthy appetite's a good thing. You know? It's not fancy, but boy do I love me some Bacon Barn. Quick service, you know. They don't keep you waiting on your food. Yeah, I guess so. Speaking of waiting around forever, where the heck is that woman? It's just like Carla to leave you hanging on a date whilst your meal goes cold. She's probably tied up with work again. From what little she tells me, I gather her boss rides her pretty hard. I hope that's not literally. By the way, when were you going to mention you had a girlfriend? Oh, I didn't think it was that big of an issue. We haven't been dating too long, but I gotta say, the connection is definitely there. She's such a good and honest girl. Got a real good heart and a real pure soul. Maybe I'm speaking a little prematurely, but I think she might be the one. The one? Look at you getting all giddy about her. That's really sweet. I can't help it. When you get the feeling gets you. Sometimes you're just sure about certain people. You know what I mean, baby boy? Yeah, could you stop calling me that? That gut instinct that says you're meant to be together. It's often right. More often than not, that feeling turns out to be right. In my opinion, good things happen when you follow your heart. Well, I'm happier than I've been in a long while anyhow. Carla's got a lot to do with that, I think. Oh, there she is. Speak of the devil. You shouldn't say such a thing when you're a priest. Sorry I'm late, babe. Work's been was a killer so far today. I'm already dead tired. No problem at all, sugar. I want you to meet my friend. Carla, this is Chris. Chris, this is Carla. Well, hello, Carla. Pleasure to meet you, Chris. How are you enjoying Salt City so far? Mark mentioned you were from Dubstown. Yeah, this place sure is different. I like it. It's pretty nice. I like it a lot. Seems like the city's got a bit of everything. That strip joint to the north seems pretty crazy though. It's nothing but dim lighting and drunken idiots. Ain't nothing good can come from wasting your time there. Just thinking of those poor girls debasing themselves for money like that breaks my heart. I can't imagine how embarrassing it must be living that sort of double life. Right, I hear you. I wasn't planning on going there. Nope, not anymore at least. Enough of that for now, though. How about we eat something? So, what have you been up to today? Well, we just got back from Stan's shop. Looks like I'll be getting the keys back before long. You're not gambling again, are you? You know that never ends well when you're betting with that creep. No, I'm not betting against him. Chris is. I don't see how that's any better. Chris, don't tell me you really agreed to this. Afraid so. Already shook hands and everything. You can't go back when you shake hands. It's just a little race around Stan's track. What's the worst that could happen? You're kidding me, right? How does wrecking in a smoldering ball of fire sound? Mark, there's no way you're going to tell me that car's ready for a race. I thought you said it was good as gold, a top-notch vehicle. Well, she is. It's just Crimson Savior might need a few little upgrades before she's in peak condition. What kind of upgrades are we talking about? Keep in mind that we don't have a ton of money or time at this point. Well, I figure we're gonna need some new tires for starters. Stan's track isn't really Grand Prix material. Ha, you can say that again. What I mean is, it wouldn't do us any favor losing a wheel to some rogue shrapnel. Alright, where can I get those? On our budget, they're gonna have to come second hand. You know, I bet you could convince Darren over at the Big Dog Boxing Club to give you a set. He uses them for training his fighters, but membership's been a little low these days, so he'll have extras to spare. Okay, I'll go talk to Darren about the tires, then. Just be sure you're ready to break a sweat. Darren doesn't let anyone leave his club in a dry shirt. What else is on the list for repairs? Heh, what isn't on the list? Uh-oh. Well, the gear shift has a tendency to stick, unfortunately. There's nothing worse than being on a straightaway and getting caught in low gear. Shouldn't be too hard to fix if you can find some industrial cleaner and give it a good rinse. Only problem is the stuff we need is really strong. Over-the-counter stuff won't cut it, I'm afraid. Where can we get that then? We'll need to find someone who deals with these sorts of mechanicals regularly. There's a fellow named James, his name is, I think. Hangs out near the closed down Supergas just north of the trailer park. Supergas. Troubled kid, but he knows his chemistry, that's for sure. You're not talking about that Skid Row weirdo, are you? You know what he does for a living, don't you? Never pay that any mind. It's not our place to judge. Some people ain't got the luxury of choosing their path of life. No sense looking down on them either. Hey, whatever you two want. Now, I rather he's a bit more of a paranoid. I gather He's a bit more of a paranoid sort, so be prepared for a lot of mistrust. Alright, I'll see about paying him a visit. Is that everything then? Well, Crimson Savior's never been too good at corners. Stan's score's got a curve sharper than a jagged tin can. Unless we upgrade the suspension, we might not handle it. Could wind up completely wiping out. New suspension? How the heck are we gonna afford that? Well, you're right. They ain't cheap. Thankfully though, Stan's not the only gearhead in town. Oh yeah, who's that? Another one of the folks in the trailer park. Old guy named Grafton. He lives in a blue trailer all by himself. Spent way too much time by the fire camp. Back in his prime, he was something of a premier mechanic, so I've heard. Honestly, don't know much more than that. But if anyone can get us what we need, it's him. I actually know who you're talking about. We met on my way into town. Oh well then, I guess this'll be a piece of cake. See? The plan's coming together like a real good thing. The way I see it, we'll have the keys back within a week. Alright, let me just write all this down so I can keep it straight. Now it's gonna take some time to get everything, so don't dilly-dally on it. I know you're not interested in staying here too long. Right, we've gotta get the move on eventually. Speaking of getting a move on, I'm due back at the church. Carla, you'll be good. Chris, I guess come and find me at the church tomorrow and we can get a start on that list. You be good, darling. You too, sweetheart. Mwah. Wait, well, I'm about to finish my food. What do you say we go sit outside a minute before I have to go back to work? Sure, lead the way. Okay, it was really nice getting to meet you, Chris. Yeah, you too. Mark talks a lot about you. I think you mean a lot to him. Oh, I've gathered that. It's kind of weird because the times with me he treasured, I was too young to remember. Right now it feels like I'm meeting him for the first time. To let you on in a little secret, it feels about the same for him too. He knew you as a baby, but here he's getting to know you as a real person. I'm surprised you two are getting along as well as you are, considering that. Well, he's done a lot for me so far. I mean, without him, I might not make it to San Fernando in time. Yeah, he mentioned you were on a strict timeline. I just don't want you pushing him around or taking advantage of his generosity, alright? I wouldn't dream of it. I know. You seem perfectly gracious. It's just that I'm really starting to get worried about this race. I know Mark's got faith in you and his old car and everything, but it all seems so risky. I mean, what if someone gets hurt? What if someone gets killed? You really think that could happen? I don't know. Maybe. The real question should be, is it worth the risk finding out? Yes. What other people do we have though? We already shook on it and I don't think there's any way out of this city. If you've got some brilliant plan, by all means let me know. Well, I did have one idea, but I know Mark wouldn't like it. What are you talking about? Well, Stan's always had a bit of a thing for me. He's always making comments on going on about how I'm wasted dating a preacher. Of course, I always brush him off, but he's convinced I harbor some secret desire for him. If I were to go into the shop and distract him for a while, do you think you could take care of his car? You mean mess with the engine or something? I mean cut the brakes. Stan had fixed the engine with no problem. That just delayed the inevitable. Cutting the brakes on the other man, he might not have fixed it. You can't be serious, can you? I mean, what if he gets hurt or something? So what if he does? You'll get what you want, Mark will get his car back, and I'll have one less weirdo stalking me. Sounds like the pros outweigh the cons on this one to me. I guess you're right, but I don't know. I'm going to have to think on this for a bit. I was kind of hoping to keep my conscience guilt-free for a little while. Mark would be pretty disappointed to hear how low we stooped, even if it was for the greater good. Well, luckily I don't give a damn about Stan, so I'm ready whenever you are. Just come find me when you're ready to do it and we can go from there. I'll be hanging around Mark's trailer in the mornings before I head off to work in the afternoons, so come see me then. Alright, I'll remember that. Well, I guess I better get going. Break time's over. It was good talking to you, Chris. Yeah, you too. Alright, it's nighttime. I really think we should just go to his house, call it a day, and then in the next day, rather the next video, we'll probably, I feel like Carla, or whatever her name is, she's kind of right. I mean, I don't give a crap about that guy. Do you guys? Probably not. So, I mean, the priest doesn't have to know, right? Alright, let's sleep. Oh, damn it. We'll stay awake, eat the bacon bomb. We have a bacon bomb, right? There we go. That should let us survive the night. Oops, not that one. Sleep. Might as well. Alright, well, this is going to be the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more. In the next one, we're gonna go ahead with our plan with Carla. Alright, peace.